shintigercurl here, that guy in the straw hat. Sorry, I just now realized that my SummerSlam, my Survivor Series review got cut short because I'm having camera problems. So I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. It was in the middle of the traditional Survivor Series match between Team Alberto Del Rio and Team Rey Mysterio. Like I was saying, Cody Rhodes really sold his gimmick by when Kofi slapped him in the face. He just threw what I call a temper tantrum. He threw a fit. I mean, he's like, he can take getting punched in the stomach or getting his legs taken out from under him, but fuck with his bread and butter, his face, and all hell went loose. He just jumped out of the ring and just started tearing things up. He even had Tony Chimmel, the ring announcer, hold up his jacket vest or whatever the hell it is that has a mirror on the back of it, and he was checking himself just to see if he was alright. Then he jumped back in the ring and he got pop one by Kofi Kingston again. Overall, the match pace was fast, and everyone got to shine, even Tyler Rex for some reason. Why the hell does Tyler Rex keep getting these big ass matches? What does he have on Vince? Did he sell Vince? Did he sell Vince McMahon an 8-ball of crack on the side? What? Does Vince have a thing for predators? I don't know. But in the end, it was Big Show and Rey Mysterio who took the match. And overall, it was an okay match. It didn't feel like an overall Survivor Series match, but we take what you can get. Next match was for the Divas title. It was between Laycool, the team of the co-women's champions Michelle McCool, aka Mrs. Undertaker, and Layla, versus Natalya Neidhart, Jimmy Anvil Neidhart's daughter. Now, this was sort of a handicapped squash match. I mean, Natalya looked great out there, but not so much for Laycool. They didn't look good anyway. So, Natty locks Michelle in the figure four, and I mean, in the sharpshooter, and Mrs. Undertaker taps, new Divas champion. But of course, Laycool isn't gonna let her have her moment in the sun. So they just jump her and prepare to beat her down. When lo and behold, the Glamazon returns. That's right, Beth Phoenix, fully recovered and pissed off, hits the ring and lays out Laycool before celebrating with her good friend and former training partner, Natty. It was slightly better than your average Divas match, but that's not saying really much, is it? Next up was the first of the 2 world title matches, Edge versus Kane. And all week they've been having this storyline where Edge had kidnapped Kane's father, Paul Bearer, and had been systematically torturing him. And by torture, I mean throw buffalo wings in his face. So the match starts out, Kane is pissed. Edge comes out with a wheelchair, sans Paul Bearer, which pisses him off even more. And through the first half of the match, this is what Edge was doing. He just kept pissing him off and just making him upset and just threw him off his game, which was very smart of him. But the pace was a lot slower than the last couple of matches, but it had better build. But I wish it had a better build. Anyway, the match ends when Edge hits the spear. Both of them are laid out on their backs and their arms drape across each other. The ref counts 1, 2, 3. Edge's music plays. Tony Chimmel says that it was that Edge had won, but the referee said that it was a tie because both shoulders were down on the mat. And since it's a tie, a title can't change hands with a tie or a draw. So Kane's still the champion. Edge is not happy about that. Well, afterwards, Kane decides that he needs to find out where his father is by beating the ever-merciful crap out of him, which doesn't go too well as Edge gets the upper hand, puts him in the empty wheelchair, and throws him and wheels him through the barricade. It could have been better. But given who was in the match, Kane and Edge, it did its job. Next was WWE Tag Team titles. I say that in quotations because um, the tag team division in the WWE is dead. The only named tag teams, the Hart Dynasty and the Usos, are both dead. Well, the Usos are still together, but they went down to the fucking Cobra, so that's as dead as you can get. Anyway, it's Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, aka Soundwave and Starscream. For those who don't know, I like to liken members of Nexus with the Transformers. Heath Slater and Gabriel are Skywarp and Thundercracker, and of course Otunga is Starscream, and Joe Perfect and Husky Harris are both Soundwave and Shockwave respectively. Anyway, they take it on the comedy team of Santino and Vladimir Kozlov. Now, I was a little bit impressed that Santino actually did very well when he was in the ring, but overall the match wasn't a real tag team match. Say what you want about TNA. Say what bad about TNA. At least they have a good tag division. At least they have a tag division instead of just a bunch of mid-carders who team up occasionally to go after the belts against other teamed up mid-carders. Anyway, we move on to the main event. Wade Marblemouth Barrett, that's right, he has marbles in his mouth, versus Randy the Rapist Orton for the WWE Championship with John Cena as the referee. Free to fire. That's the main selling point of this match. So the match starts out very deliberate. Both of them are playing to their strengths. Cena is calling it right down the middle. Both Orton and Barrett get in his face about some questionable calls. At one point in the match, Barrett actually lands the black hole slam, the move used by Abyss in TNA, and Matt Striker actually called him out on it. He actually called it a black hole slam. Well, first he called it a boss man slam, but then he changed it around to black hole slam. I don't know if he'll get in trouble for that, but it was pretty cool that he did. Anyway, Barrett gets in Cena's face after he hit the wasteland slam on Orton, which gives Orton enough time. And then Cena pushes Barrett. At that time, Orton lands the RKO. Cena counts 1, 2, and a very hesitant 3. So the good news is Nexus does not have the title. Bad news is John Cena's fired. The rest of the Decepticons raid the ring, but Super Cena and the Rapists fought them off successfully. And then Cena then gives Orton the belt, and they have a little small bro hug, a sign of respect. And after Orton leaves, Cena goes out and just milks his goodbye for all it's worth. But the funny thing is, why would he go? He immediately went over and gave Michael Cole the biggest, manliest hug I've ever seen. He skipped right over Stryker, right over Jerry the King, and gave Cole a hug. What the fuck, Cena? Why are you gonna give that little shit a hug? What has he done for you? Little brown-nosing cocksucker. Yes, I said it. Michael Cole is a cocksucker. Anyway, Cena goes out. He heads towards the ramp, but he decides he wants to be out more with the C Nation. So he literally goes out and makes a full circle around the arena, high-fiving and hugging and slapping hands with his fans and whatever. And then he finally gives his, whatever the hell that is, and he finally leaves and the pay-per-view ends. But, okay, I have to admit, that was kind of a little swerve. My friends at the WrestleCast, my friends in the CBR forums, all thought that Cena was going to do a screw job on Orton and turn heel at long last, but no one thought he would actually do that. So I'm sort of mixed by the end. I mean, they should have made him heel. That would have gotten him over much better. But anyway, overall, I'd say this is a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. The best matches of the night were the first 3. I will say this, that the only problems I had were I didn't like the Divas match, and I didn't care for the tag match because those belts don't mean anything. But I want to say something personally to Ted DiBiase Jr. It just was sad that not even Daniel Bryan can get a good match out of this guy. I mean, he's doing something wrong. I mean, they gave him the belt, they gave him money, they gave him Virgil, they gave him the hottest piece of ass the company could ever produce, and this guy still is bland and boring and just can't get over. Look, they took away Dashing. They gave Cody Rhodes a name, Dashing, and they took away his D-pads, and he's more over than Ted is, and he performed better in the ring tonight. So I don't know really what the problem is, but I have to say this is one of the better pay-per-views of the year for the WWE, and hopefully that'll bleed over into TLC, which is I think the last pay-per-view of 2010. So overall, give it a thumbs up. Watch it, enjoy it. Watch Ziggler Caval match, best match of the night, and two future great superstars right there. So this is my unintentional second video. So this is shintigercurl saying, well, shintigercurl, that guy in the straw hat, saying enjoy, and now see you tomorrow for Raw without Cena.